Hey, I'm ElusiveKev. Welcome back to MotoGP 20 as we're in Italy for the first time this season round the beautiful Mugello circuit, as the home fans will be happy after free practice one, which was a bit wet as it really dried up towards the end, and Dovi got to the top on his Ducati ahead of Quartararo, Vinales, Jack Miller, Alicia Spargo, Morbidelli, Mark Marquez down in 7th. After clean sweeping in France, and we've got Crutchlow, Stone in the top 10, a second back. And Nakagami, Rins, Mir, Espargo, Rossi down in 14th. Sarko, Petrucci, Bagnaia, Iannone, Rabat, Alex Marquez struggling again in practice. Olivia, Binder, and Ika right at the back. That's not what KTM want, but this practice is probably useless because it gets a bit drier than the next two. So in second free practice, Marquez back at the top as it is bone dry now. 45-2 ahead of Dovi, but just a couple of tenths. We've got Quartararo, Rossi, and Vinales back on form. Head of Rins, Crutchlow. At least the Spargo still up there in 8th though. With Nakagami and Morbidelli. Then we've got Miller, Petrucci, Bagnaia, Mir, Oliveira, Stone down in 16th, 1.2 seconds back, but doing some race runs. So maybe for free practice 3, so I'm a bit higher. He's got Paul Spargo, Zarco, Binder, Ika, Iannone, Rabat, and Alex Marquez. And also Marquez is sandwiched the field by 1.6 seconds. So let's get the soft rubber out and see if Stone can make it through to qualifying 2. So in free practice 3, it's Marquez at the top again with a 45-2 ahead of Quartararo, Rossi, and Dovi. Then we've got Rins, Vinales, Crutchlow, Morbidelli, Nakagami, and Jack Miller round out the top 10, just ahead of Petrucci and Espargaro. And then we've got Rabat, pretty decent in 13th ahead of Bagnaia. Ika in the top 15 ahead of Mir, Paul Espargaro, Oliveira, Zarco, Stone down in 20th. So the soft tires did not work. Ahead of Binder, and Alex Marquez in last once again. It's 1.5 seconds behind his brother. And it looks like it's Marquez, Quartararo, Rossi, Dovi, Rins, Vinales, Crutchlow, Morbidelli, Nakagami, and Miller who make it through. As all the times are quicker in free practice here, apart from Stone, of course. So here goes Stone in for qualifying on this beautiful, fast, flowing, undulating Mugello circuit. You go uphill immediately to turn 1. Nice late braking. And then the first of the chicane through the left. And through the right. Can't really see the apex. Gonna power nice and hard as Petrucci set at 45.8. And Stone 8,000s down in the first sector. Like, first and last sector are good for Stone. Second, particularly the third sector, are not. Like, I'm not sure it is in the third sector, but in the second sector, it's that corner. It's that left-hander, which is not good for him. He tries to get on the power. It's now 2 tenths down. Almost 3. That's probably the most difficult chicane. As we get all over the curves on the exit, do not want to be doing that. And then downhill through the right. Still just half a second down. And he goes very wide in the final quarter. It goes about nice and early. It might work out that line. Or not. 46.4. Lost a tenth in the final sector. As Petrucci and Espargaro make it through. A couple of tenths out of Mir, Bagnaia, and Espargaro. And then it's Oliveira, Stone, and Zarco. Iannone, Rabat, and Ika with Binder and Alex Marquez in last. So for the race then, we definitely need quite a bit of fuel. We definitely max that out. For the tyres though, track temperature is incredibly high, so medium hards will be the way to go. We actually qualified on medium for us, not soft. I don't think soft would have worked. It didn't work in free practice 3, that's why we went for medium. But we'll see what everyone else on the grid has gone for. Yeah, medium hards, hard hards for Marquez and Crutchlow. It seems like they slowed this down a bit. It was pretty quick before. There's medium hards for Stone in the middle of the sit throw. The medium meaningful mark is one of the softer options. So here's Stone revving up at the start then. As lights go out. For 6 laps at Mugello. As it's a decent start. Getting past the KTMs. Whoa, Marcus, hello. So Stone just takes a little cheeky nick down the inside of Mir. Oh, you can do it into the left as well, but Mir strong around the outside. So Mir gets into Stone and he's down. Oh, what happened to Mir? So Stone down the inside of Petrucci. Not making it work. How about into the right hand and not quite. So that's an all-important top 10 place there right in front. With Danilo. As we saw last time out, what the rewards are for getting a top 10. Big rewards. As the spot go back in hard with Bagnaia. On the power hard. Oh, Danilo stood still. Stone up to 10th, looking to the outside of the Yamaha. To go down the front stretch in, only looking for a point on home turf ahead of Zarco. As you get onto the second lap here. Stone battling with the Yamahas. Did not have this on the cards. As he gets ahead of Frankie. Up into 9th. But he is enjoying this top 10 place. So he battles with Vinales and Rins. Who had this down for the race after qualifying? Oh no, a bit wide. Not sure these are the right tyres because the bike is understeering everywhere. Stone having to work overtime just to get the thing turned into the corners. Oh, and that's allowed Morbidelli back by. So Stone looks to fight back. Oh, switches back on Morbidelli. That's not too bad through the chicane. No. Gap 1 second in front. There's Petrucci now behind. Morbidelli behind Oliveira's Tech 3. Not good that for Frankie as Marcus is a 45.7. Stone with a 47.7. 2 seconds off the pace. Very good into the first corner though. Hopefully the tyres come in now. We're on the third lap. They got gained half a second on Vinales in the first sector. There seemed to be Stone set to that one. Oh my god, Horby right through the right hander. This way he's heading to Mazzano rather than Mugello. Through that corner. Only lost a couple of tenths in that sector, surprisingly. There's a bit of a train forming over second, is it? In the front. Oh no! Are you kidding? Are you fucking kidding? From 9th. Didn't even feel it. It just went. Well, I'm guessing we used too much rear brake. As we go into the second half of the race. This is literally my 60th attempt at this race. We are not restarting now. We'll see what Stone can do. Yeah, top 10 freaking pace. And when I talk about how the game has got worse with every patch, that's one of the ways it has. It's just the feedback, the lack of feedback through the controller. Every year it happens. Well, the last couple of years it has. Like, it gets to a good point around couple weeks this year or a month in last year, and then for some reason they get rid of it in the next patch. I don't know why. Oh yeah, it just goes away. We'll see what Stone can achieve here as he gets a 3/10 penalty. Or maybe skirting the curb a bit too much there. Oh my god, there's no rear tyre grip. We chose the wrong tyres. We probably should just choose soft for every race because you saw it, even with the battling for the top 10, the bike was struggling to get into and out of corners. And I think that's just because of the hard tyre choice for the rear. Like, that was totally the wrong tyre. I don't think we're ever going to choose a hard tyre again this season. Maybe for Sepang. I think it's the only venue I can remember off the top of my head which is pretty rough on tyres like this. But yeah, that's the only one I can think of. Also, I've been wondering if I should turn down hard. It is for some because this is still high agility, but I guess there's more in line. Because again, this bike is underdeveloped. We are pushing hard to stay in that top 10, and maybe going down is just a natural consequence of that. By getting all those time penalties in France last time out. So maybe this is the right difficulty. Where we are really scraping. Nakagami's caught like a hell. Even though we are matching the pace of the riders in front. As Rossi with the fastest lap as we head on to the final lap here, Mugello. So yeah, not sure if I should adjust it or if this is right. Just because we are clinging on in races rather than being attacking, it's not the best, shall we say. Because even though I feel it, you're not really seeing it, like the battling, shall we say. Like I can hear that Nakagami's nicking, or I hear that he's nicking left and right. But you're not really seeing it, are you? Plus, it's taken, again, 60 attempts all evening. Like, it's literally taken a couple hours to get to this point, just recording the race. Let alone practice, which took a couple hours as well. Practice and qualifying, that is. So, again, that's one evening to record one race. And I literally cannot afford that time-wise. Like, this is the reason why F1 2020 has not been up yet. This. So, I'm recording them on as well. And also, a set of course released the DLC pack, as I know stuff. As we got Marcus ahead of Dovi and Rossi, so the home fans will be pretty happy. As we got Quartaro, Miller ran out top fire. The Crutchlow wins. Bernardus, Petrucci, Olivieri with a top 10 ahead of Morbidelli, Bagnaia, Zarco, Iannone with points. No, the apocalypse has not happened yet. And then we've got Espargaro behind him in 15th as a Aprilia with double points. Yeah, it definitely has not happened outside. Then we've got Binder, Ika, Espargaro, Rabat, Mir, Stone. And Nakagami with Alex Marcus, the only non-finisher. Once again, the Marcus is sandwiched the field. As Mark is perfect. Dovi's not in second, 44 points back. Then we've got Quartaro wins, Rossi into the top ahead of Vinales, Crutchlow, Miller, Morbidelli, Petrucci into the top 10 ahead of Alex Marcus, Bagnaia a big win up 3 places, shove ahead of Nakagami, Mir and Stone. Then we've got Oliveira and Zarco up a couple of places, Rabat and Espargaro down a couple, and Iannone up to 22nd ahead of Paul Espargaro's now got the wooden spoon. And in the Teams Championship, Repsol Honda still lead the way, or Marcus leads the way, Mark that is, by 27 points ahead of Yamaha and Ducati. Petronas, Yamaha, Suzuki, Pramac up to 6th ahead of LCR Honda. And you've got Tech 3 up a couple places into the top 10 ahead of Avintia with Hertz, Suzuki down a couple. Then we've got Aprilia and the factory KTM team in last. Well, for the Constructors Championship, Honda lead the way by 44 points. Then we've got Yamaha, Suzuki, KTM and Aprilia. There goes all of that reputation. I know, for research data, we took advantage of it being very wet at the beginning and very dry at the end of the first free practice, so for once, perfect research. And perfect development as well, as next up is the Grand Prix Monster Energy Ducati around the circuit there, Barcelona, Catalonia. So we've got the new engine, new frame. What can we do though? Can we do anything else? Oh, hello, we can do lots of things. We can't quite do the big boy developments. Or we could wait to do the big boy developments. Or do we just do these little improvements to the engine intake and exhaust? So make it clear when the engine is over 6,000 RPM. Smoother delivery at low to medium speeds. We definitely need that. It's also trying to make the engine run at a higher RPM. So the bike is full at medium and high speeds, aiding extension to the detriment of acceleration. We prefer a good accelerating bike though. So increase engine torque at all speeds, improves power and torque. It might be better to wait for the big boy developments. But what about frame? Doesn't look like we can do anything. We can do this node. One light and sand, rigidity at the same time. Not sure about that though. I think it's better just to wait. Especially if that's got reduction of rear tyre consumption. That means we can definitely maybe go softer at the rear then for the rest of the season. We don't have anything for the aero. What about electronics? Come on, we've got to be developing something. There we go. Reduction of rear tyre consumption. Or coming out of the bend. Which might be even more important actually. Oh yeah, we've got to add staff members. That would be pretty helpful. Come on, Freddie Adden. And then had Patrick Thomas. I was still waiting for the engine and frame guys. I guess we could put everyone on there. Go on, everyone. Chip in. Can we get this down to 2 weeks? No. 3 weeks. Okay. We'll take it. We'll take it. So at least we're developing something. And then, oh, we've got nothing in research then, don't we? But next up will be Spain Part 2. As yeah, nothing to do, but as I said, maybe with difficulty, turn it down. Let me know down below, but I don't know. I feel like 120's alright, but it's just because of the penalty of not achieving the top 10s. It feels like we won't even last the season, unfortunately, with Hertz Suzuki, which I don't know. I've got to kind of balance that, don't I? The story here for Kevstone. Is it still medium high? Yeah, it's still not affected that too much. Any personal managers? No, no candidates. No one wants to be the personal manager of Stone. Come on. This moody git. Look at him. But I'll be back next time with... I think it's in the middle of the triple header, isn't it? I know we got an official test. Okay. Oh my god, we got like 5 weeks in a row. Freaking hell. Because then we got Saxon start the Riders Market. Then the Vertments head into Assen for a break. Then the Kimi Ring, and then we've got the summer break. And the end of the Riders Market after Brno and the Red Bull Ring. So, pretty important next 10 weeks here. If Stone can survive them, we'll be very happy. But thanks for watching. We'll find out if we can actually achieve a top 10 next time.